Okay, so you know how sometimes you're watching something and you're just like, holy crap, me too? Like that happens to me a bunch going through the MD community. And not even memes or relatable content, just people talking about stuff. So that just happened with another YouTube. I'm subscribed to a bunch of YouTube channels that focus on MD. I've actually got a list of them on like the sidebar if you're watching this on PC. And one of them is Levi from MaladArt, which I'll link below, called Mad and Paranoia. And what happened was his cat got sick and he just started to spiral. Just imagining worst case scenario after worst case scenario that keep coming and he can't stop them. And he's just getting more and more upset. And that has happened to me. So I was like, bro, I get you. I haven't even finished the video. I paused it. I paused it to come and make this one. But back to the point. It, Maladaptive daydreaming is, well, it's typically an enjoyable experience. That's how people get addicted to it. It's there to take the stress off. It's maladaptive, so it ends up causing other problems, but this is sort of a core feature of it. But what happens with these kind is they themselves are the distressing part. So I think maybe those come from a different place. Maybe maybe the people who experience those have a similar underlying issue. And the fact that we're maladaptive daydreamers, maybe in somebody who isn't, they would take the form of a some other kind of anxiety or stress. But in us, they take the form of daydreams. Just a theory. So the thing that is usually your refuge, even though it might cause other issues, is suddenly really, really awful. So he was freaking out about it and just getting more and more upset. Oh, my cat just clawed me. That hurt. So when my son was 2, he needed to go in for surgery. And that's very, very scary for a new mother. I mean, the idea of a toddler going under anesthetic for even the most simple thing is just insanely stressful on top of normal parenting stress. And what happened was it spiraled like it did with Levi's cat. Even now, I can't think about it without tearing up. Um, so yeah, I'm sure you can imagine what direction those went. Uh, and it was really bad. And I had known what maladaptive daydreaming was at that point, so I kind of had an idea as to what was happening to me, but I had no idea how to stop it. I hadn't started at that point really trying to curb it. So I just hit Google again. This time I knew the term, so I knew what I was Googling. And that's how I landed on the subreddit. And I made a post there and one on, I don't know, some parenting sub. Yeah, I'm kind of glad my cat is here for some levity on this horrible video. No, I love you too. And that's just where it started with my first post. My first post was about that. Don't touch, don't touch. So the community was really supportive, but I mean, this was several years ago, and nobody really knew what to do about it. But some people could relate, and the best piece of advice I got for it was to treat it like intrusive thoughts, because there are lots of resources for intrusive thoughts online, and those methods worked well enough. I wouldn't say they didn't banish the thoughts or anything, but they were very helpful. And I guess that's kind of what we have to do as maladaptive daydreamers, because everybody's coming in with a different underlying issue, a different set of triggers, different methods and problems and areas of their life that are affected. You kind of just got to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks sometimes. Cannibalize treatments for other issues. Kind of try to force them into place. I guess I should probably watch the rest of his video. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I finally finished the video. He, I didn't miss that much. He goes on to say why he made the video, because it was fresh and it was something he wanted to record and spread awareness about. Because, and I agree, a lot of the front facing stuff in the community is happier. Even when it's sad, it's happier. If that makes sense. Like I said before, the MD itself, the daydream itself, is usually a much more enjoyable experience. But this is something that does happen to people, and he just wanted to get it out there. And I guess because it's happened to me, I had a very strong reaction to this particular video. So I don't know. I heard you. I saw you. I feel you. And for everybody else stuck with these kinds of daydreams, often or once in a while, you're not the only one. It's not all adventure in Middle Earth and the adoration of your peers. It gets dark real quick. So if you fall into that hole, we're out there. Just come to the community somewhere. Let somebody know. Look up some stuff. Don't just look up MD stuff, because it could be so many things. And there are other things that can help. So I hope this helps.